California has become the latest state to abolish the NRA certification as a training requirement in order to obtain a permit to conceal carry. Welcome to another installment of the Connecticut Gun Bench. Today's video is brought to you by P.A.N. Firearms, LLC. P.A.N. Firearms, your NRA certification and multifaceted gun training. You can reach us at 203-300-6343 or use our website at www.panfirearmsllc.com. As always, there'll be a link in the description box below. And if you like channel, like content, and what I do here, you can support me with the link. Everything is appreciated. Once again, Connecticut residents, my PSA, if you have any intentions of getting your Connecticut pistol permit, please do it, or at least get the training done before July 2024, because the state has changed the requirements, making it longer, harder, and more expensive, for no other reason than to disincentivize you from getting your permit in order to purchase a firearm, because that's all it's going to do. People, if you have your Connecticut permit, watch that expiration date. Do not rely on the state to send you that renewal notice. Let's talk about this. I've spoken in the past. New York passed we're pushing to abolish the NRA certification class as required training in order to get a permit. Connecticut very recently followed suit with HB 6667, changing the training requirements in order to obtain a permit, making it longer and harder, as you heard me mention in the beginning. But now California has jumped on that bandwagon, and they have changed their training requirements, once again, making it harder for the average person to get training to then get a concealed carry permit. Now, I want to jump into here real quick. This is from the National Rifle Association website. And on Friday, that would be on December 8th, they passed an emergency regulation in what they claimed was Senate Bill 2, which was signed by Newsom into law. And what has happened now is that they've changed their training requirements, and the NRA certification class is no longer valid in order to apply for a permit or a concealed carry permit in the state. Now, arguably up front, they're saying that, I've heard that people say that this will eliminate 90% of trained instructors in the state of California, which tells you right away what they're trying to do. It's clear. It's clear what they're trying to do. They're trying to make it harder for the average law-abiding Californian to go get their concealed carry permit. Let's look at this here. But on Friday, the California Department of Justice released emergency regulations pertaining to the state's overhaul of the CCW program as prescribed in Senate Bill 2, signed earlier this year and set to go into effect on January 1st, 2024. Most notably, the regulations remove NRA certified instructors as eligible to teach qualifying concealed carry classes in the state moving forward. This is a clear move by DOJ and the state to limit the training courses available to those wishing to lawfully carry a concealed firearm in the state. NRA is a leader in firearms training, and NRA certified firearms instructors have long been recognized as an acceptable training certification as prescribed in California Penal Code 31635. However, DOJ has taken the language in SB 2 that allows them to either accept instructors as called for in the penal code or by regulation and interpret it in such a fashion that it somehow gives them unilateral authority to narrow the available options. Below is what is called for in the statute. They have done this by limiting certifications for CCW instructors to the following. And these are the people who can actually do this: Bureau of Security Investigative Services, Department of Consumer Affairs, State of California Firearms Training Instructor, Commission on Peace Officer, Standards and Training, State of California Firearm Instructor or Ranger Master, or authorization from a State of California accredited school to teach a firearms training course, which the state has complete control over. The proposed regulations are bound to have a detrimental impact on law-abiding citizens by limiting available training options and potentially driving up the cost of training. Because of the emergency nature of the regulations, those wishing to comment only had 5 working business days to submit comments. Those desiring to submit comments must do so by December 15th, which is tomorrow. Today is the 14th, so that will be tomorrow. For additional information on submitting comments, please click or see below. Okay, and then they give you a form letter that you can send in. Now, let's come out of that. It is clear there is a cooperation among anti-gun states to push certain regulations that we know are unconstitutional. If you remember, Maryland just had their new training requirements and licensing overturned by a federal court. I had done a video on that. But here they are still pushing this same narrative. Let's be clear. This is not about your safety. I know you hear me say it a lot. It's not about your safety. It's about them limiting your right to self-defense. None of this is going to have any effect on crime. We know this. Common people with common sense know this. We know what's going on here. It's clear what they're trying to do. It's illegal. It's unconstitutional. It's already been struck down in Maryland, as I pointed out. But they still keep pushing it. They keep going after nitpicking at the Second Amendment any way that they can, even if it's illegal what they're doing. And they don't care, because why? They will never be held accountable for doing these illegal acts. They'll go to court. They may win, they may lose, but in the end, there's no real punishment for them doing this. And this is really disturbing. When they passed the law in Connecticut, the training requirements also changed, but the state did not give any template or any guidance on what those new regulations are. What they said was, you submit your course plan, we'll tell you if it's good or not. That is unbelievable. But they're doing it. And there really hasn't been a legal challenge to it yet, which I'm kind of surprised. But this is Connecticut. Now, California, if you don't know, it's already difficult to get a concealed carry permit in certain cities, Los Angeles, so forth and so on. Now they want to make it damn near impossible by limiting the number of what they call qualified instructors who can actually teach the course for you to then go ahead and apply. That is obviously a clear violation of the Second Amendment. And they're doing it, once again, because they are trying to limit the law-abiding person's ability to defend themselves. None of this will affect criminals, because criminals don't apply for permits. I've never heard of a criminal who actually went through the hoops to actually go ahead and do it the legal way. So it's not about nobody's safety. It's about these people making it impossible for you to get a gun. That's it in layman terms. And it's really freaking disturbing. Now, the NRA in their statement said we are a leader in firearms training and so forth and so on. Fine. But when Connecticut had their changes, the NRA said, well, we're not changing our training to keep up with the state law. So unfortunately, they're just as much to blame as the lawmakers who passed these illegal laws. And they don't ever seem to, I'm surprised that they haven't come out with their own lawsuit against this, challenging this training requirements. But there it is. And that's basically what is happening throughout the country. States that are left-leaning, blue states, be prepared. This is coming your way, because it's obvious they're all, cooperating with each other to pass laws like this on a national scale. It's happening in different states, but it's going to spread. But let me know what you think. As always, you can leave your comments in the comment section below. And as always, any statements of violence or statements that lead to violence will be removed. Please like, share, comment, subscribe. Don't forget to hit that notification bell so you're notified the next time a video goes live. I will see you on the next one. Peace.